Tiger Woods didn't just play golf, he revolutionized the entire sport. 15 major championships, that iconic Sunday red, and crowds roaring so loud they'd shake the very foundation of stadiums. But while millions watched Tiger's every move, there was someone else quietly growing up in those same galleries. Not as just another fan or spectator, but as his son, Charlie Woods. And what we're witnessing now is how Charlie went from living under the world's biggest shadow to carving out his own brilliant path. Imagine being born into a world where millions already know your name before you take your first steps. Imagine having your future decided by the world before you even get to choose your first sport. That's the reality Charlie Woods was born into. From his very first appearance on camera, the headlines never said Charlie Woods, they always said Tiger's son. Those matching outfits at the PNC Championship, the identical swing mechanics, those viral side-by-side comparisons that broke the internet every single time. But here's the truth nobody wanted to acknowledge. Every time Charlie hit a brilliant shot, the applause wasn't truly for him. It was an echo reverberating from 30 years of his father's dominance. And no matter how thunderous echoes become, they can never replace finding your own authentic voice. Then May 2025 arrived, and everything changed. Streamsong Resort hosted the AJGA Team Tailor-Made Invitational, and Charlie Woods stepped up to that first tee ranked 604th in junior golf. 604th. He wasn't even considered a dark horse, he was barely registering on anyone's radar. The field was absolutely loaded with national champions, elite recruits, and future NCAA Division I stars. On paper, Charlie was just another name on the roster. But leaderboards don't measure potential or pedigree, they only record undeniable proof. 3 rounds later, the entire golf world was paying attention. 15 under par, a closing round of 66 featuring 8 birdies. He didn't just win that tournament, he completely dismantled the competition. He defeated 4 of the top 5 ranked juniors in the entire nation, including the undisputed number 1, Miles Russell. And this wasn't some narrow victory, he cleared the entire field by 3 full strokes. For the first time in his young life, the headlines weren't about viral videos or swing comparisons. Golf Monthly, ESPN, Golf Digest, they were all covering Charlie's game, his control under pressure, his composure, his dominant finish. The world wasn't watching anymore because he happened to be Tiger's son. They were watching because he was genuinely that talented. But this is where the story becomes truly fascinating. Tiger Woods has built his entire career on control. His swing, his schedule, his public image, everything meticulously calculated to absolute perfection. But when it came to his son's development, he made a decision nobody saw coming. In a recent interview, Tiger gave Charlie one simple piece of advice that sent absolute shockwaves through the golf community. Don't watch me, watch Rory. Let that sink in for a moment. The greatest golfer of an entire generation telling his own son to learn from someone else. This wasn't merely coaching advice. This was Tiger deliberately dismantling his own mythology for the sake of his son's individual growth. He wasn't saying become like me, he was saying become better on your own unique terms. Most parents desperately want to pass down their best qualities to their children. Tiger chose to step aside completely. Rory McIlroy, a friend, a peer, and in Tiger's own words, possessing one of the purest swings the game has ever seen, became the blueprint. Not the father, not the living legend. That's not control. That's genuine courage. After Streamsong, something fundamentally shifted in Charlie Woods. He wasn't moving like someone hoping to belong anymore. He was walking like someone who knew without question that he already belonged. The numbers painted a clear picture. Charlie's dominant victory catapulted him from 604th to 14th in the AJGA standings, representing one of the largest single tournament leaps in recent history. He didn't quietly sneak into the conversation. He kicked the door wide open with authority. And perhaps most telling of all, other junior golfers stopped whispering about him and started genuinely watching him. He wasn't just the Woods kid anymore. He had become a legitimate threat, a new benchmark, a name that gets circled on pairing sheets. Earning respect from your peers, that's the rarest and most valuable trophy of all. Fast forward to the Florida Amateur Championships. Tiger had been absent from the spotlight for weeks, recovering from a torn Achilles tendon, but he reappeared, not to compete but simply to witness. He sat quietly in his golf cart, arms resting gently on his knees, eyes completely locked on Charlie. No coaching from the sidelines, no swing tips, no technical analysis. Just a father silently watching his son become exactly who he was destined to be. Late in that round, Charlie sank a crucial birdie putt on the 18th hole. No wild celebration, no dramatic fist pump, just a simple nod of acknowledgement. But the cameras captured what truly mattered. Tiger Woods, sunglasses removed, biting the inside of his cheek. A single tear clearly visible beneath his eye. This moment wasn't about the scorecard. It wasn't about the competitive stakes. This was about witnessing someone you love completely transform into their own authentic person. When legacy watches itself evolve in real time, raw emotion becomes the only language that matters. Later this year, Charlie will compete in the Junior Players Championship at TPC Sawgrass, one of the most prestigious and elite events in all of junior golf. It's the exact same course where Tiger won the Players Championship twice. But this won't be about simply walking the same legendary ground. It'll be about proving he can shape it into his own story. Sawgrass doesn't care about famous names or bloodlines. It demands absolute precision, unwavering nerve, and brilliant strategy. And Charlie isn't just bringing hype and headlines anymore. He's bringing legitimate championship form. For years, the entire world kept asking whether Charlie would follow in Tiger's footsteps. But maybe we've been asking completely the wrong question this entire time. Because what we're actually witnessing isn't a boy carefully tracing a predetermined path. It's a player aggressively cutting his own unique trail. Tiger's advice suddenly makes absolute perfect sense now. Don't watch me, watch Rory. It wasn't about false humility or stepping back, it was about profound vision for the future. Tiger didn't want Charlie to simply mirror his legacy. He wanted him to move far beyond it, to build something freer, cleaner, infinitely less burdened by expectation. Not a clone, not a sequel, but an entirely new force in the game. And when the sun stops merely echoing and starts truly roaring with his own voice, that's not just lineage continuing, that's complete transformation happening before our eyes. Charlie Woods isn't Tiger's son anymore. He's Charlie Woods. And that's exactly precisely who he was always meant to become.